So I'm going to do this in a more formal matter later on, but I want to kind of get this out there. First of all, Trump is a fascist. MAGA says Trump isn't a fascist. You got the wrong definition. So let's walk through all 15 tenets of fascism, what they actually mean, and how Trump hits every single one of them. Number 1, cult of tradition, or the mythic past. Fascism thrives on a mythological-sized golden age that needs to be restored. Trump's Make America Great Again is exactly that. Nostalgia for a white-dominated pre-civil rights era. It's not about progress. It's about dragging us back. Number 2, reflection of modernism and anti-intellectualism. Fascism rejects modern ideas, critical thinking, and expertise, seeing them as corrupt or dangerous. Trump mocked scientists, denies climate change, dismissed higher education as corrupt, and treated expertise as the enemy when it didn't serve him, or in this case, doesn't serve him. Number 3, cult of action for action's sake. Fascism glorifies action, violence, and toughness over dialogue or reflection. Trump told police, "Don't be too nice," encouraged vigilantes, praised January 6th rioters as hostages and heroes, and pardoned allies who used violence in his name, including the J6ers. Number 4, disagreement as tradition in fascism. Dissent isn't disagreement, it's betrayal. Trump labels critics as traitors, calls the press enemies of the people, and demands total loyalty from Republicans, purging anyone who dares to cross him, or now decides to just fire them if they don't prosecute his political enemies. Number 5, fear of difference. Fascism targets minorities, outsiders, and those who don't fit the ideal. Trump pushed the Muslim ban, ripped children from the immigrant parents, targeted LGBT rights, and now orders mass deportations that include legal immigrants through denaturalization schemes if he gets what he wants. He also dismantled DEI initiatives across government, stripping protections from marginalized groups. Number 6, appeal to a frustrated middle class. Fascism feeds on the middle class resentment. People squeeze between elites and the poor. Trump stoked white working class anger at immigrant minorities and globalization while handing billionaires massive tax cuts. Just like what he did with the big, beautiful bill. Number 7, we're halfway through, guys. Obsession with conspiracies and enemies. Fascism invents shadowy enemies plotted against the nation, like Antifa and Black Lives Matters. Trump spreads QAnon lies, hyped deep state conspiracies, claimed elections were rigged, and pushed the racist replacement theory about immigrants. Number 8, a humiliation narrative. Fascism thrives on the idea that nations have been disgraced and must be restored. Trump constantly says America is laughed at, that allies take advantage, with tariffs, and only he can restore honor and respect. Number 9, life as permanent warfare. Fascism frames politics as a constant war. Trump governs through endless us versus them battles, keeping us divided. Democrats, the media, immigrants, NATO allies. His followers are kept in a permanent state of siege. Number 10, contempt for the weak. Fascism glorifies strength and scorns the vulnerable. Trump mocked a disabled reporter, called POWs and veterans suckers and losers, and gutted protections for the poor, the sick, and the vulnerable. And now he's criminalized being homeless. Cruelty isn't a side effect. It's the intent. Now we have 11. Leader cult. Fascism relies on the worship of a single leader who embodies the nation. Trump is MAGA. The movement isn't about ideas. It's about loyalty to him personally. Republicans now swear loyalty to Trump, not the Constitution. Number 12. Manipulation of elections and democracy. Fascism undermines democracy, using sham elections and sabotage to stay in power. Trump incited January 6th, pushed fake electors, demanded states find votes. Now, using voter suppression, and is trying to denaturalize immigrants to strip them of the vote. Kind of crazy. Number 13, corporate state fusion. Fascism merges corporate and state power. Trump slashes regulations to favor billionaires and oil companies while aligning with Elon Musk. Remember the whole Doge fiasco? Consolidating wealth and political control. 14. Suppression of labor and civil rights. Fascism crushes unions and civil society. Trump weakens unions, gutted labor protections, and rolled back civil rights laws, and unleashed militarized police against Black Lives Matter protesters, the protesters in LA, the stuff that's happening in DC, his threats on Chicago, what he's doing with Nashville. I can keep going. Number 15, control the media and propaganda. Fascism can't function without controlling the narrative, or at least trying to. Trump has called the press the enemy of the people, rewards loyalty outlets like Fox and OAN, and spreads propaganda through Truth Social, where truth is whatever he says it is. I mean, look, he's already said that anyone who says anything negative against him, it should be illegal. So, I know some argue, well, if Trump were really a fascist, you couldn't be saying what I'm saying right now, right? Free speech would already be gone. That's false. Fascism doesn't drop like a hammer overnight. It erodes freedoms piece by piece, like I said, like a lobster in a boiling pot. We were smart enough to get out once it starts boiling. You're in the boiling pot as it continues to get hotter and hotter and hotter until it's too late. Trump has already said critics of the president should be jailed. He suspected of pressuring the FCC to go after ABC because of Jimmy Kimmel's jokes. That's government intimidation. Proof he's already trying to criminalize dissent. We still have rights, for now. The question is, how long if this continues? Trump doesn't hit almost all the fascist tenets. He hits every single one. Step by step, he is fascism in flesh. And MAGA, you're letting it happen. We have the foresight to actually see it start happening and jump out of the boiling pot before it's too late.